Thanks, Katie. Well, as we know, school is officially out for the summer, but that doesn't mean the learning stops. Students of all ages need to keep the cognitive wheels turning in order to avoid the backwards learning slide. So here with summer activities to keep the mind active is Laura Lee Burgess from Oxford Learning. 3 things all students should be doing. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning, Heidi.
Things that we need to do all summer long. And when I say we, I do mean parents as well, because, you know, parents kind of set the example for their kids.
That's right.
Okay.
And it's, you know, the beginning of summer, we have these great ideas about what our kids are going to do all summer long, and it's really hard to stick to that once you kind of get into it. So we've picked 3 things that are really important, and if we can kind of focus on those 3 things throughout the week, then
the rest
your kids will be good.
Sort of fall into place. And
That's
there are 3 things that are easy to put into your everyday life, because that's the thing too. You still want to be able to do all the summer stuff,
for sure,
go on a trip or go camping or whatnot, but these are things you can incorporate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Make it part of what you do, your daily routine, a little bit of time every day. So the first one is read.
Read.
And just, you know, don't focus so much on what they're reading, but it can be a comic book, you know, a novel, a blog, magazine,
right,
anything. Just incorporate reading into the daily activities. So find something that maybe, you know, they wouldn't necessarily read throughout the school year, but they would like to read now. Any kind of reading is
so don't
really
be
important.
picky about what it is in particular, really.
That's right.
If they're, like, if it's a graphic novel or something, don't poo-poo it. It's still reading.
That's right. Anything, any kind of reading that you can get the kids to do, incorporate that into your day. You know, 10-15 minutes will really make a difference come September.
Okay. Sure. Writing is the extension of that.
It is.
How do you keep everybody writing all year?
So lots of different ways to do that, but maybe keeping a journal is a good way. Or, you know, maybe just recording some of the things that they've done each day, starting a short story that they can add to every day. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but just keeping that writing skill going will, again, make things easier once school starts.
I always like to say, and I think I've said this before, but I always thought it was a good idea to write a summer journal, like talking about what you did this summer, because you know when you get back to school you get that assignment, what I did this summer.
That's
so
right.
Then you just look back at your notes and there you go, and you just, like, you know, write what you did this summer, because now you can remember and you don't have to sit there going, what did I do? Or when you go to camp, that's another good one too, like a camp diary.
Yes.
And then you can read it years later and it's so embarrassing. When you're 30 years old,
all those things you think you're going to remember, but you don't actually.
You're like, oh man, did I actually write that? So that's a good idea too. All right, and last but not least, when we talk about 3 things here, read, write, and play.
Play. Board games are a great way to keep your mind active.
Okay.
So things like Sudoku, you know, cards, crossword puzzles, anything like that. Really just keeping the mind active. You know, if it's a rainy day and they're looking for something to do, pull out a board game.
Right, exactly. Don't forget that. And don't fight over it. Don't fight over the board game. That's what always used to happen at my house. My brother always used to win at Monopoly. Somehow he got all the expensive properties, and there I was. But it was still good to play a game.
There's reading in there, too.
There is reading in there. There's also math in there.
There is.
Right? Like, that's a good game, because you got to count your money or how much money you owe to your brother. Somehow it still works that way. I'm not sure how that happens. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. 3 things that kids can keep on doing all summer long, and parents can help as well. All right.